All right, so guys, here we are, hole 9. And should just be more of a formality here. You guys already saw my other guide. I'm probably going to do it very similar. I don't know. I can maybe show you guys something. We could go for it a little bit more. But I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest with you. Trying to go for this really doesn't give you that much of an advantage in what it does is it kind of brings in the water more into play. And the last thing you want to do is put a water ball in on this easy hole. To where, you know, following my other guide, you'll see. But look at that. That's pretty decent. But look how close it was to the water. You know, 1 ring of a difference. And that's probably in the water. One more ring left. And that's probably in the water. So it just goes to show you kind of how touchy this shot can be. However, if you are able to bring something like a turbo ball, get that wind way up, you probably can do a hook slice and get it across the water. Now that's another option that you're going to have. So let me just at least take a look at this. I'm thinking, first off, I'm aiming right around here. So just so you know, that's kind of where my target line is. I'm aiming off the left of my bullseye. Aside from that, I'm essentially probably going to go pretty close to 3 targets. So you'll see that I stack 2 bullseyes on top of one another. And we're going to use the max curl and just try to blast it as far and as hard as we can to try to get it, make sure that it's on the other side of the water. So actually, I'm not on the other side of the water. I played too many rings, and it actually kept it on this side of the creek. But if you do this right, especially with a box 7 guys, they can get it up in this. They're typically still in the rough. It's very hard to hold the fairway. I actually went just a little bit too much rings. That's probably the perfect amount of rings for a Pox 7. But since a Pox 6 is about 10% less accuracy, I probably should have went about 3 rings less than I just did. But again, at the same time, if you don't quite pull that off, you might dump it right in the water. So ideally, you're going to have like a 13 win, not an 11.6. 11.6 is almost the minimum win that I could have got. However, where I am over on the right is a much better angle. I might have an easier shot than my opponent does. And my opponent's in the fairway. And it's because my angle's a little bit better. I don't have to play it over some sketchy surfaces. I can play this right into the green on my shot. So especially with some good ring play and perfect ball, you know, it's a feasible type shot that you can get. I'm thinking almost maybe 2 per ring or 2 1/4, somewhere in there. And again, as I mentioned, with some good wind play. So I'm thinking somewhere around here. See how I'm kind of offsetting this guide, because I expect it to kind of stretch over to the right after I actually land here. And I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 5-ish rings. Very, very close. 5.5 here. So we're going to go 5.5 rings. Focus on perfect ball. Way late on the timing. It's not even going to be close. But you see, you know, we have a good angle with perfect ball. There's a good chance that, you know, you could maybe, I've rolled in a few albas from there in very similar spots with rough shots. So it is going to be doable. Keep that in mind. Good luck with your rounds. And, you know, do check out those other guides and be very conscientious. Just try to be as consistent as possible. Good luck out there, guys, and take care.